All right, everybody. It's the Arty 84 show live here, episode 120. I realized we didn't do any episodes in January.
Oh wow!
Because you figure
an entire month.
New Year's Eve was on Tuesday.
Mm-hmm.
New Year's was on Wednesday, right?
Yeah,
and then the following week, we
went to the Celtics game. Was that the Celtics game?
Celtics game was one of the weeks, and then me and Eric went to the Celtics game. Then I worked last week.
Yeah.
So this is our first episode of 2020, technically.
Wow.
And a lot has happened. It's the day after the Super Bowl.
It is.
Stu and I did not go for obvious reasons.
Mm.
I guess we could start there. What do you think of the Super Bowl? What was your overall? Did you think it was boring, or do you think it was?
Well,
exciting?
I think a lot of us would have thought it was boring because the Patriots weren't.
Yeah,
but it was fine. I feel like the last quarter was mainly the focus of it all because that's when stuff happened.
Yep.
But it was fine. It was fine. That's what I would say. It was fine. It wasn't horrible. It wasn't great. It was what it was.
That is a great way to describe it. I'd say it was fine. Yeah. The first half was kind of like, it was close. Close game.
I was tired. I fell asleep.
Yeah, I wasn't really into it. I was getting kind of bored before the Super Bowl started because we were like just sitting around the house.
Yeah. And
then we were gonna go out, and I'm like, yeah. Then we didn't go out, and I'm like, then once the game started, I'm like, well, I'm glad we didn't go out because
I really would have came over too, but I already started drinking. I was already comfortable in my boxers, and I was like, damn. Yeah.
Could have brought the pepperoni stick with you.
I could have. Yeah.
We had plenty of pepperoni.
Yeah.
We still have a cheese plate in there from the AFC Championship, I think, or before that, wasn't it? Todd brought that over for the was he the AFC? No.
This year I couldn't have what? I wasn't invited to that.
No, we didn't have a party. Where did we watch the AFC Championship?
Here.
Oh no, the Pats were in it. It was the last game of the Pats season, wasn't it? It was like week 17.
Yeah.
Todd brought over some like cheese plates. Did you get that? Oh, okay.
Do you trust any food from Todd? I don't. I would think even you.
He did cook us a big Italian dinner one day.
Really?
Who's that? Is that my phone? Oh,
it is.
Baby. Hold on.
All right, everybody, hold.
Let's see what's going on.
Hi, everybody. How you doing? Just gonna talk for a second while Arty answers his phone because I think.
Hello?
Oh, Mom's calling. Oh boy.
Hey, quick question.
Sure.
Something came in the mail at 1099. But it's been author demand.
Tax stuff.
I don't know what it is. From Live Nation. Is that something of yours?
Live Nation?
Is that a ticket service?
Yeah, and it's showing. Do you have a tax ID number?
Did to pay taxes on?
Oh, it's probably from when we resell our tickets from Celtics.
Oh, okay. Because it shows different months. There's amounts in there.
Yeah, we gotta claim it on our taxes because it's income.
Oh, okay.
It's okay if we use the radio.
Yeah,
All right.
I guess so. Is that all you had?
I have to ask.
That's it.
Okay.
Huh? Yeah, well, you asked me if you got something. Yeah, you got your...
It's illegal to open packages tonight. So.
It's true.
It said Arty Demaria.
Yeah?
And it looked like when Dad gets it with, like, battery things on
Yeah.
it. He wasn't sure. He ordered something, so he opened it, and he goes...
Why? She's being nosy.
Yeah. What happens if it was sex toys?
I think you're being nosy, Ellen.
What happens if I bought my wife something nice for Valentine's Day?
Well, then we wouldn't have said anything. What, are you going to buy her some kind of sex toy for Valentine's Day? What's wrong with you?
Well, she asked for one, so I was like, I make my wife happy.
Was that her or is that the baby? Is that the baby? No.
That's Adam.
Yeah, the baby's getting a little upset.
Did you see the picture Jimmy Childs stopped by?
Yeah.
And Larry? Characters. All right, well, I'll let you get back to your company.
Okay.
Hi, Adam.
Hey, Alan.
See you later.
Thank
Bye.
you.
Well, now we know it. The cat's out of the bag when I'm getting sued for Valentine's Day.
Oh boy.
Oh, God.
Sorry, Sue. I'm sure.
Yeah. Well, you're probably better off. Still going to be a surprise. Sex toys. Oh, my mom's probably texting you, asking if I got you for the text.
Oh my God.
Where's my mother? Oh God. Well, yeah. So.
Oh no, it's my mom.
Oh.
It's my mom. It's my mom.
It's another mom.
Wow. This place is like.
Is she watching the show as well? Brenda tuning in. for a weekly dose of the Arty and Adam experience.
I will say we were talking about commercials, and I thought the Jason Momoa one was
Yes,
probably
that was
the best one.
So
that was my favorite one. I will say the worst one I thought was not. We're not talking politics here. We're talking just outside of anything that could be political.
Yep.
Was the stupid TurboTax dance one?
TurboTax dance one. I know you remember that one.
There's one for TurboTax. People dancing like idiots, and it was horrible.
I probably remember it, and I probably blacked it out of my mind.
But there was one that tugged at my heartstrings. I'm not even kidding.
The one of
Google
the old man.
Google Assistant. Yeah, I think everybody. Yeah, even I was like, oh my god.
I turned over to Stu and I go, "Aren't you listening to this commercial? It's an old guy whose wife's dead, and he's talking to
remember, he's
and,
forgetting.
Yeah,
and,
he's remembering everything about his wife, and all of a sudden she started bursting out crying.
I almost started. I was watching. I was like, it was good. You got me, Google.
Yeah.
I will say that was good.
I was like, oh.
But that's a real story.
It was.
Yeah, I'm sure it is. I'm sure it is for a lot of people, and a lot of people.
So the
can
guy
relate to
who
that.
was narrating is actually a grandfather of a Google employee.
Yeah.
So they got him to do the narration.
It was
whatever
really
like that.
good. That was a good one.
Yeah,
You got
which is,
me
I
good.
guess it's pretty cool.
That was a
Huh?
powerful commercial.
It was. I was like, wow, got me there.
I didn't get that. There was that NFL one who's like, "You're on the camera. Oh, edit this." Like, and then they would cut. They were like workers with helmets on, like the workers.
Oh,
like,
really?
charge of worker. There was a few on there. I had no idea what the hell was going on.
Oh, I didn't know about it. There's the bot. Do you notice like every quarter there was a Boston related commercial?
I just remember the Hyundai one with all the you're gonna pack it there.
Did you see the
cheese and all that?
The Sam Adams one they had right before the Super Bowl started. It was
I
all
missed that
Boston celebrities and athletes saying,
one. Oh no!
thank you, thank you, thank you. It was,
Really?
and then you had Tom Brady at the Hulu.
Oh, that Hulu one was stupid.
Yeah,
I
it was
hated that
it was
one.
kind of dumb, but
That was pretty dumb.
yes, there was a lot of Boston. They couldn't get away from us. It's
Yeah.
great. Don't you just love it?
I do and I don't, because it's like the whole Boston accent thing is like.
Oh, but I get you gotta
yeah,
understand though.
that
That
is
was overdone though.
Yeah, that was. I know, but it's like
It wasn't
how many
intentional.
times can I see the Hyundai commercial was? Yeah, that's what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
The Hyundai commercial. It's like how many times can we have skits about the Boston accent? Yes, we know how it would sound.
Yeah, I know, but it wasn't intentional. It wasn't like
No.
they wanted it.
No,
They,
it was
they were
funny,
purposely trying to like over
but- no, it was funny, but
emphasize it. You know what I mean? But I
Yeah.
thought it was. I can't get over the guy. I can't remember his name. John something. He's in Jack. The guy who was in The Office. Who's in that commercial? Who's driving the Hyundai?
yep, yeah, I know his face. He's a guy who actually.
I can't get over him. Every time I look at him, I think of the guy from The Office. I can't think of him anything.
Yeah.
Any other role. He's in some Netflix regular
No,
series.
isn't he the guy that did A Quiet Place? That movie.
Could have
with
been,
his
yeah.
wife, Emily
Maybe,
Blunt, I think.
yeah.
But you know what got me was before the game that 100 greatest player thing that they did.
Yes.
And like there are some players that are staring awkwardly at the camera. They don't know where to look. Did you see that? They're like waving like
Yeah, they didn't do a very good job directing it.
yeah, it was cool concept though. It was a cool idea.
Well, it was
But-
weird how they grouped the players up because at first
I
it was
know.
like teams, right? And you go like, oh, they're gonna show all the players from this, and then all of a sudden turns and just goes to like positions,
Yeah.
which they should have the positions in the first place. I think it was weird doing the
Yeah.
teams because there's teams that don't have anyone like the Jacksonville Jaguars, right? They don't have anyone right now,
Yeah.
or like the Carolina Panthers. It was like if they just did like, all right, all the quarterbacks were cool. Those are some
That
like,
was awesome.
classic
That
quarterbacks
was
right
really
there, right?
cool. You had them all there.
Brady,
that was
Man-
cool. Man,
you know,
Montana. You had them all.
Steve
quite
Young.
a few there. Yeah. But it was funny because it's like the cameras in their face right there, and they're waving in another direction. Some of them are just staring.
Yeah,
Yeah, not even know what the hell's going on.
Some of the old guys you felt bad with. They like they plopped them up and
Yeah, this prop in this sit here and
Yeah.
we'll just put you there. And then I thought that was interesting, but it was just like and then for kicker, Adam Vinatieri.
he's the only kicker. The only kicker.
I mean, you could have had the Baltimore guy. I would have been fine with that if he was there.
I guess, but I mean, who's kicked more winning field goals than Adam Vinatieri? I guess, right?
True, but in the since other than Adam Vinatieri, for him, it's the Baltimore Ravens kicker who's like he's the highest
Yeah.
percentage for an active kicker. I'd be fine with that. Just
But
have
I think it
somebody
was
else.
pretty cool seeing Adam. And then you see that Belichick went to Gronk's beach party the night before.
I didn't see that. No, I saw
Yeah.
I saw Belichick get booed and then flash all of his bling on his.
Yeah,
fingers.
Belichick was like, "Fuck you." That's some gangster right
That
there.
was gangster. Yeah.
But I think it was overall. I think you said like I agree with you 100%. Sup, that was a messed up commercial. I think he's talking about the Google one.
It was.
Yes, if you're talking about the Google one, it was messed up. Yes.
If you didn't feel anything, you're a sociopath.
Yes,
You
I
didn't
think
feel anything.
everyone
felt something.
I think everyone looked at the TV and started bursting. As soon as they started showing pictures of his dead wife.
Yeah, and he's
Oh.
like, yeah, remember, yeah, hey Google.
What was that
remember,
small
blah,
little
blah, blah.
island we went to?
It was
What was
sad.
that thing?
It's
Yes.
gonna be all of us someday. You
Oh,
realize that, right?
Oh yeah, we're gonna be dead.
Hopefully by then, though, when we're that old, they'll have like actual video you can import into your brain.
Yeah,
there,
maybe
not
I'll
a
have
photo.
a hooker. You know what I mean?
Maybe.
The old man could have been getting blown by a hooker.
I saw a thing once, an article about how sex bots are going to replace, and it's a danger to real relationships.
Yeah.
Because sooner or later they're going to replace those. Because let's face it, you could choke a sex bot, you could hit a sex bot, and you know what I mean. You can't do it for a real person. But what if Sunday, you know what, they get so good, you don't even want to have sex with the real person anymore.
You're gonna have like one state that's gonna allow you to marry a sex bot, and it's gonna all downhill from there. Like this guy's like, I'm gonna marry a sex bot. I'm like, okay.
Yep. You know what? There's people in other countries that have married like a rock.
Best part about a sex bot is if it starts fucking mouthing off you just pull the batteries out.
You're done.
You know
it's done.
You just throw it away.
I'll teach you.
Yeah, I'll take your fucking hard drive out.
Yeah.
I'll replace you with with an Indian woman's hard drive. I don't think the fan club likes it back there. He's a little
halftime show was
car
very
in
Latin.
Harvard Yard. Yes.
Halftime show was very Latin.
Very. So it was very funny. Did you see people? There was this meme going around that said middle-aged women last year at the halftime, and it was all excited seeing Adam Levine. And then middle-aged women watching the halftime this show, they're on the phone calling their lawyers.
They should have showed the guys looking at the asses shaking.
I'm almost positive I seen lip of Jennifer Lopez. She did this one thing when she came out and she went to her knees and spread her legs, and she was wearing a leotard that it was only covering like a small portion. And I think I seen like
thought you saw lip.
I thought I seen a little bit of lip.
You could go back on the TV and check.
We can watch it, but what are you doing? Oh, you dancing?
He's going outside for a second.
You gonna see your friend about a friend? Shakira, her birthday was yesterday. Turned 43 yesterday.
43 yesterday.
How hot did she look?
She looked good.
She looked pretty good.
She could still move those hips.
What did she do with that thing at the end when she was doing her tongue?
That was weird. That's like all over Twitter. There's like that little clip.
I didn't know to be scared or turned on.
I know.
Then she was like playing like all the instruments.
I know. Then she's like drumming. Yeah, she does know her instruments. I know.
Yeah,
that's
she was
crazy.
jamming on the guitar, then playing the drums. Then I thought she was gonna be playing the skin flute.
You know what though? You know what I was worried about? Though I'm watching him. Oh my God, Pitbull's gonna pop up. He didn't. But I expected it because they're in Miami and he's just with that Latin group.
Yes, I thought Pitbull.
I was waiting for it. And I'm glad it didn't happen.
Pitbull did show up at the. Who's the guy, the comedian, who does the NFL Fox like parodies before the game starts?
He
was in Hangover.
He does good at. He's good with Madden. No, you're thinking of Jim Galifianakis.
No, there was the guy who was the cop in Hangover who the cop car got stolen.
I know Frank Caliendo does a lot of those.
No, he doesn't do an impression. He does like the skits, like he does like these parody skits.
Not the
before.
Asian guy. The cop.
He's a big muscle guy.
Oh, I know what you're talking about. He's a dickhead and everything. He's in Step Brothers too. Bam.
Yes, that guy. Yes.
He's
a huge KC fan, I guess. So he
John
did
Riggles.
Something like John Riggles, something like that.
Yeah.
Rob Riggles.
I think it's Rob Riggles. Yeah.
He did this thing where he shaved his head and it looked like Pitbull and had a potty. Then
Pitbull just do this all day. That's all he does.
Just
moves
fist pumps.
his hands up.
Bald guy, just fist pumps and just.
It's not even real fist pumps.
No,
he's
he's
old man.
yeah, he's pretty old too. Pitbull's he's in his almost 50.
Yeah, he is. He's old.
Like where was he? Like he just popped out of nowhere like 10 years ago. Like
no, he's good. He's in with the Latin community and he gets people to sing on his album. That's why he's famous.
The Latin community. I gotta tell you,
they stick together, man.
I don't think it was the best half. It was okay.
It was stimulating.
This Super Bowl is just very okay.
Yeah.
It wasn't bad.
There were people complaining though because of the Spanish and Shakira's set because it wasn't in English. They complain, file complaints.
That's fine. But I mean, you got to realize what you're getting into when you're watching it, right? When you see a Shakira J-Lo like billboard.
Yeah.
I mean, one's Colombian, one's Puerto Rican.
Yeah.
True. And they're playing in the most Latin city in America.
Exactly. This is what's going to happen.
I understand that those some redneck and somewhere in Kansas watching the Super Bowl and his rabbit ear TV is a little Spanish and not speaking American.
Yeah, it's true.
He's a little upset, but I think that was gone away when he's seen J-Lo shaking her vajayjay. You know what I mean? Because that's an international language right there. Sex. No language there. No barrier there.
It's very. Yes.
She's a good-looking 50-year-old broad.
I mean, without makeup, I don't know. I mean, with makeup, yeah. I mean, I'm sure she wakes. Yeah, rolling over next to her without makeup, she look a little different.
She looks better at 50 than Madonna looked at 50. I can tell you that much.
You see Pamela Anderson with makeup? She still looks hot with makeup.
Yeah.
She was on the cover of GQ. She's like 58, 52, somewhere in there. But without makeup, oh man, yeah.
But you got to
she's
imagine that she has to look half decent because she's with A-Rod. A-Rod's a pretty boy, right?
But you know what? I don't know. I think A-Rod might be a little bit
On the fruit side?
Well, you ever
I
notice
said that years ago.
Well, I think it might be his people. Only because here's the thing. You ever notice his relationship, Madonna, with all these
super
women?
hot, yeah, like
we're kind of
burnt out hotties.
Yeah, it's a little weird.
It is true. You never see him with a young, like 18-year-old.
And it's funny because I know you don't like them, but they actually pointed that out. Rich pointed that out on Touching Ranch. She's like, you haven't noticed he's with like these done older women, and it's true.
I guess he's an older man though. I guess I don't know.
No, he is though. I don't know. Maybe he prefers that, but it is weird.
Maybe I don't know. Whatever floats your boat. I mean, it's A-Rod, right? I mean,
but
smashing that
he
J-Rod.
He could be with
A-Rod could he could be with an 18-year-old smoke show right now if he wants to. He could have been banging Demi Lovato.
Those with questionable older women, but who have history of dumping their people. But if I'm gonna go questionable, I'm going younger.
I would.
You could still be with questionable people who are younger.
Maybe he's questionable about his sexuality, allegedly.
Exactly.
I don't know. Maybe
that's
who
what
knows?
I'm saying.
He was married, right? Maybe
he does allegedly have a painting of him as a minotaur.
He's very feminine. He does have feminine ways, right? I mean, that doesn't mean anything. There's a lot of guys who are feminine.
Yeah, we all have a little bit.
But I always think there's some kind of root to it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
When you're like over extensive of your feminine, but there's nothing wrong with that.
No, there isn't.
Whatever.
We all have a little bit of it.
Listen, we're all a little fruity.
We are.
It all makes us American.
As comedian Ron White once said, we're all a little gay. I mean, when you watch porn, you're just watching the girl. No, you're watching the guy slammer.
Yeah, exactly.
Right? Do you want the guy to have a small little winky? No.
No,
you want to see this big.
That's true.
Yeah, it's true.
It's a great fact right there. But you don't want it too big because you want it kind of realistic, right?
Yeah, you want it like a horse.
You want to kind of envision yourself there in the moment, but you don't want to if you want this big guy to fucking laying one out with an elephant trunk.
But you don't want to see a giant like a pinky finger just plowing a girl. It's just
so you avoid certain nationalities when you watch your porn, I guess.
It's just my egg roll.
Yeah.
Oh man.
But back to the bowl real quick. At the very end of it all, how much was that classic Shanahan just blowing the game?
You know, I was a little nervous though because it was set up. Because remember my text early in the day, I'm like, if this ends on a Jimmy Garoppolo final drive, but I'm not gonna be able to listen to sports radio for a week around here, but a month because it's gonna be even worse. And it was set up kind of like that. And I'm like, oh my, and then he overthrew it to Emmanuel Sanders. I was like, okay, thank God.
He drive like Tom Brady had during his first Super Bowl, right?
Yeah, but
I mean, it was all written up. On the same token, their running back was getting 7 yards a carry.
Yeah.
Right? Why would you stop running the ball?
I know.
You can't stop the run. And you're dragging the clock down, too, at the same time.
Yeah. Well, at that point, though, they were losing, so they had to throw it.
No, they were up by 10.
That was when they were still up by 10?
So the San Francisco 49ers intercepted the ball with like 11 minutes left in the game. Or 7 minutes left in the game. No, 11 minutes. They ended up getting a touchdown. So they ended up going up 10. Whatever time they went up 10, it was like either between 7 or 11 minutes left in the game. All they really had to do was score, right? Get a field goal, right, to make it interesting. But then they turned it over, and then Kansas City got the ball. And how did that happen? Kansas City ended up getting a touchdown.
Yeah, touchdown.
So now they're down by 3.
Yeah.
With 7 minutes left. Okay, it's down by 3 with 7 minutes left.
Yeah.
So all San Francisco has to do is run the clock out and then score, right? So you run the clock out,
but they have to score. And when you run the ball and you're down, I understand being a little nervous to run it as much, but it's been working.
No, but they're up at this point still. They're up by 3.
Were they?
7 minutes left in the game, up by 3.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. 7 minutes. Yeah.
They get a first down, huge first down. Kittle catches the ball by his fingertips, right?
Yeah.
And then they go 1, 2, 3, throwing the ball, all incompletes.
Yeah.
So for me, that's like, why would Shanahan? He was doing the complete opposite. Someone made a good joke on the radio. They said that it was almost like Andy Reid was watching Shanahan and thinking, "Oh my God, that's what I was doing 12 years ago. If Donovan McNabb doing the absolute wrong thing to do."
I'm glad honestly, Andy Reid, he is a good coach, and I'm glad he got a ring.
Finally got one.
I'm glad he deserved it.
He's a fat fuck, but I guess he's not hateable.
No, he's a really good guy. Supposedly,
it's tough to be. It's tough to hate on him, I guess.
Yeah, he deserves it. He is a good coach. His big thing has always been his horrible time management.
Yeah,
as a coach,
I still had a grudge against him when he was the offensive coordinator for the Packers in '97 when they beat the Patriots.
Whoa, that's
you want to go old school?
That's a long grudge. Right?
I had a nice 23-year grudge on this guy. So.
No, he deserves it. Give him a ring, But
yeah, no, I agree.
I know.
I mean, hey, fucking San Francisco, Kansas City. I mean, I was thinking, oh, Kansas City, nice, but the fucking Royals won in 2015, so I mean, it's been 5 years since they had a championship there, but they did go about 40 years without a championship. So
yeah, with their football, yeah.
Football, and then yeah, so they went. So last time they won the Super Bowl was 60s, right? 65, something 64, something like that. Super Bowl 3, and then the last time the Royals won was 85. I mean, they won in 15, but then they didn't win. Before that was 85. They won against St. Louis. So they only have 2 championships for the Royals, and they only have 2 championships for the Kansas City Chiefs. So, I mean, hey, listen.
That play before the half, though, that offensive pass interference call with Kittle.
Yeah,
I was happy because I won $20 because they didn't end up scoring.
Well, I thought it was a little bit of a fucking.
It was.
I think it was a little stupid. No, not even the fact that the 49ers was so. They had their tails between their fucking ass. They didn't even try to throw a bomb. They just dragged. They had like a minute and a half left with the ball back at the second half.
Oh, you're talking about they didn't call any timeouts?
And they didn't call any timeouts
At
and
10-10?
didn't make any fucking plays.
Yeah.
Like, I don't understand why you just wouldn't just go big. Because what's the worst? You lose the ball, you get the ball back at the half.
Yeah, I know.
I don't know why you're playing conservative there. You're tied.
I agree. I get what they did. I don't agree with it. I get what they did, though. It was just a matter of if they were 3 and out, then it still gave. Remember, Kansas City is a very high power offense.
True.
And at least going into the half tied 10 is better than it being a little demoralizing and down by 3.
But what's that showing in the that's not giving you any. You're giving your offense.
I agree.
Any power to do so, or even your defense to stop them if so for reason.
No, I agree.
And I thought that was kind of a shitty call on Shanahan. I mean, the guy's 40 years old, right?
Yeah.
He's a newbie. Yeah,
that's a young buck.
Listen, look what happened the last 2 years in a row of young coaches, right? Shanahan this year, and then you had McVay.
McVay.
What's his name? McVay.
Yeah.
Last year, right? You had these 2 young coaches going against 2 veterans, Belichick and Reed.
Yeah. What's
going to happen? And that doesn't give a shit who your quarterback is at that point.
Yeah.
Because at the end of the day, Jimmy G and Mahomes are pretty much even when it comes to ability. If anything, Jimmy G had the advantage because he has the playoff experience a little bit more. Not that he played, but he was there.
The environment. Yeah.
He had the little bit of advantage. Reed had the advantage on the coaching side. And what it comes down to is coaching because San Francisco had a way better defense. On paper, going into that game, San Francisco's defense was way better, and the running game was way better.
And they controlled the game most of the time.
They did.
But when it mattered at the end, obviously,
they controlled the game, I would say, probably 75% of the time. And then the 25%. You can't even say anything about Kansas City on that because they were able to capitalize on mistakes and take advantage of bad coaching on the opposite side. And I think that game, I can't even blame Jimmy G because he's not that type of quarterback to win big drives at the end of the game. Yeah. I think it was 100% coaching. I think the coaching on the San Francisco 49ers was subpar.
Well, I know you love Jimmy G, though, too. You're a little soft on him.
I don't, and I do. I mean, I'm not I mean,
it's too early. It's
way too early. I mean, I think Jimmy G is a classic example of a quarterback, which was, I would say, Brady in his early years of having a good defense that could hide all your mistakes. Brady was not a great quarterback his first couple of years. He was definitely made to look better because of how good those defenses were in 01 and 4 and 3. You know what I mean?
In my mind, for where he is, I feel like he's just a little better than Matt Castle. For where he is right now.
Jimmy G, I agree.
Right now, just a little bit better. But
it's not top 10.
He could get better or worse. But like as of right now, it's like you got Matt Castle at that age. Because Matt Castle got way worse. But I'm saying Castle, and then Jimmy G, just a little bit above him. But it still could go either. Not even really top 10. They're basically in the middle of the pack now.
Brady is just a serviceable quarterback.
He is.
Who is great because Peyton was a serviceable quarterback towards the end of his career as well. I mean, and so was Elway.
Elway was too.
That 98 Denver team that won the 2 championships, right? It's all defense. So
it's funny that what's interesting though is the Chiefs actually are the very first team in NFL history to have been behind in every single playoff game this year and then won.
Really?
Yeah. First NFL team in history to be down.
I mean, they could have lost some big ones too.
Yeah.
I mean, that Tennessee game they were behind and the Houston game, that was a big one. They were down by 24-0 against Houston.
Yeah.
I mean, so I get handed to Mahomes. I mean, I'm not a big fan of him. I still think he's kind of like a flashy quarterback, kind of like I thought of Wilson when he first came out. And I think I actually respect Wilson a little bit more now because he's adapted and he's not such a flamboyant, like kind of getting out of the pocket. Yeah, he's more of a serviceable, good quarterback. And now I would actually want Wilson on my team because of the ability he plays.
I had him. He was an MVP candidate for the first half of the year, and then he kind of tapered off.
Yeah, it's just so these. I'm not a big fan of these flashy quarterbacks because they don't live long. They don't live long.
Yeah, no, they don't.
And if Mahomes doesn't adapt I think he's going to fall into that same realm. But if he does adapt, then watch out. He's going to be a good quarterback. But unfortunately, KC, they're not going to be good for very long because they don't have the payroll. They're not going to put the money up. They're not a big spending team. A lot of those guys on that team this year have 1 or 2 years left in their contracts. They kind of did like they buy it out and go big. He ends up, I don't know where Andy Reid ends up. They have a couple bad seasons. They might ship him out, right?
He's been with them like 7 years. I would say I didn't realize that. It has been 7 years.
Wow.
They said that yesterday. I know, right?
Like last year.
He was with the Eagles 11
Wow.
years.
Okay.
Yeah. So who knows? They have a lot of faith in him.
You have a couple bad seasons though, you know?
Yeah. But I will say he managed to actually be a playoff contender with Alex Smith. Like
True.
He's been good at making like kind of crappy quarterbacks all right.
Yeah.
You know, so
I mean, he's not terrible.
Alex Smith almost died. I was reading a thing about him the other day.
Really?
Yeah, he had that major infection in his leg.
Yeah.
During surgery. I was reading the whole thing the other day, and it was like amputated to try to save it. So they decided to try to save the leg.
They almost amputated his leg?
Yeah.
Oh, my
He
God.
almost had that because of an infection in his leg.
This is why he was playing just recently.
This is like after, remember
that
he
big
broke
injury
it.
he had?
Yeah,
like,
I remember he missed his whole year.
Yeah.
I'm curious what's going to happen with him.
I can't imagine him coming back.
I think he'll try. He's definitely try. But he missed the whole season, this whole season to rehab. But prior to that, after the injury, you had to have surgery, and then it was infected, and then
oh my God,
yeah, it got really bad. They almost had to amputate it. Look it up. It's an interesting read.
That's fucking terrible.
Yeah.
Do you feel when you watch the Super Bowl? I mean, it sucked this year because this is the first year in 4 years we're not watching the Patriots play, right?
Feels like,
I mean, we're spoiled. I mean,
we are spoiled.
I mean, it's the first year in 10 years we didn't see the Patriots in the AFC Championship.
That's
too. So
yeah.
I mean, even like the
brats.
AFC Championship gives you a little more like edge because it's still fresh in the wound. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
This year it happened so early; they were out of the playoffs. It was just like
it was a little relaxing.
it was. It was nice to. It made me realize that I really don't really give a what it made me realize was like people say, oh, you can watch any football game, right? And then you watch any Super Bowl and stuff like this, right? It really made me realize that if you're not having a party and you're not around your friends, then it's just another boring game and you really don't give a fuck about it.
Yeah, and even the commercials now you can watch online.
So I feel like in order to keep like the Super Bowl like stimuli going, right? When the Pat's on in it, you need to have a party. Otherwise, it was me, Danger Powers, and Sue and Little Henry sitting there and like we were just looking at each other. There was no excitement. We plan on doing absolutely nothing.
Yeah, I didn't want to do anything either, but I would have come over to hang out. I wasn't looking for a party.
Initially, me and Sue were going to go grab dinner, watch the game, and then leave at halftime, go home, and kind of relax. But she wasn't feeling well, so we're like, oh, we'll just stay home and watch the game. And then we're just as well. And then once the game started, I'm like, yeah, I'm glad we didn't go out. We can just hang out. Then that's when I was texting people like, well, it's 20 minutes before the game started.
Yeah, it was like that point.
What are you guys doing? Y'all sitting there doing the same thing we're doing? Like, you might as well come over and have a party.
I was going to have a night of peace and just relax.
Yeah.
I needed to relax in my room.
But I mean, sometimes you just need that. But what it did was, I guess it just makes you, I get this little, when the Super Bowl happens, I get two feelings inside. I get a little bit of excitement. We'll say that. I get a little bit of depression because the season's over. But I do get a little bit of excitement on the fact that, okay, next year's a new season. Patriots, we got a road trip, whatever we plan on going this year.
That's right.
We got something to look forward to once the schedule comes out in a couple months. And then we get to look forward to that through all summer and fall and stuff. And it's a good time and everything. And then a little bit about me gets really excited because it's truck day the next day. Did you get a little knot in your stomach today about truck day?
Yes, that's right. I'm glad you brought this up.
I feel like they're talking less and less about truck day these days than they used to back in the day. Huh?
Well, yeah, and that brings us to truck day. And before that is the fact that everyone expected, and I agree, everyone thought Mookie Betts was going to get traded during the Super Bowl because the Red Sox
that's the best way to do it. Yeah,
and it didn't happen.
Bury it. Yeah,
it didn't happen. But yes, truck day because I remember I texted you. Yep. Right? I debunked that truck day is legit. I'm afraid to admit.
So all right,
legit. We thought.
So we had I told you about reverse truck day. Did I?
It's reverse truck
day. For the day I worked for the Red Sox last season, I was working the men's, and then during our training.
Is that light broken? I feel like it's darker back here. And it's probably.
Oh, it's not even on.
Yeah, that's why I'm looking at the camera right here, and I notice it's darker where I am.
Oh, I'm seeing it's maybe Sue can get out here. If Sue, you're listening, can you come out for a second? Yes, it is a little darker. That's weird. Why that shut off?
It wasn't even on.
Was it not on?
I don't think it was on.
Really? I thought you turned it on.
I don't know.
Oh, before we get into this, I gotta turn it because it does look definitely dark.
Yeah, now it's an OCD thing. It just has to happen. Nobody. Is it on? Oh wow, the bulbs just go out. Oh,
It just wasn't plugged in.
it just wasn't plugged in.
I think that's what the story was. Yeah.
Oh, that's the story.
How did I not? I guess it's a little bit. How did I not realize I was not?
I don't know. That happens. We're getting old.
All right, yeah. Apparently, we're living in this trailer park right now that we call our apartment because we're prolonging us moving into this house. This house is literally we're due to move in before the beginning of March. We've been talking about this since October.
Yes, we have.
So
Yeah.
it'll eventually get there. But right now, if you're looking at the studio, we have a printer in front of me. We have everything is not nice.
There's
so
boxes stacked over
yeah,
here.
it's just like the
We
worst.
got,
Fuck,
like-
you get this big giant red rocket dog penis sticking here.
I'm amazed you guys haven't murdered each other just because you're all
Everything's
jammed in
on top of each
proximity.
other.
I would kill people.
It's absolutely ridiculous. But all right, so truck day. So a reverse truck day. When I was doing my training for the Red Sox last year, I seen a truck show up at Fenway in the middle of the night when I was leaving.
Yeah.
And what they were doing was taking out like luggage and like kids' bikes and stuff like that. So what I think is majority on that truck is personal items for players. So it's cheaper than to FedEx and UPS down. Then that the players can show, oh yeah, my kid's gonna be down there for a month. Can I put my kid's bike on there? Can I put this box of stuff I need for my condo down there? So I think it's more or less. I know there's balls
They
and
do list
jerseys
the
and shit.
cargo, but I'm sure there is stuff like what you're saying.
But when you looked at that cargo, that's not filling a 52-footer. So I feel like the majority of it is players' personal items that live in the Boston area, bringing it down for Florida for the comforts of their family.
Yeah.
And that would make more sense because it's a lot cheaper to do that than it is. When I seen them pulling all the shit off the truck, and there were little kids' bikes lined up and
It's like it's like a David Ortiz Lego thing that was pulled off too last year. It was ridiculous.
So I think it's majority like so. There are balls, there are bats, there are shit of that nature on it. But
to anybody listening who doesn't know the story, we speculated that truck day was a complete sham. They make a big deal every year. They load the truck up and drive it down to the Red Sox spring training facility in Florida. And we're like, why wouldn't that already be there? Because it's a freaking facility.
True.
And we thought that maybe this thing just drove like a couple blocks away and circled back around. It was just all for show.
Yeah.
But I did some research and I found a news video of them loading the truck here in Boston and the plates and the inside of the door, some of the serial numbers. I could see it.
Okay.
And I matched it with the same truck that actually some news reporter, you could tell it was a light day and had nothing else to do, reported about talking about the unloading of the truck when it was in Florida at the facility.
Gotcha,
Same truck,
Yeah.
same information on the truck. It was the same truck.
So the truck makes it down there. So
It makes it down
But
there.
which proves my point that maybe it's a lot of personal items for the players instead of balls and
Probably,
bats.
yeah.
Because you got to think there are balls down there.
Balls.
And I know the players have the specialty bats because they make them custom to each player. So maybe, but
I really wanted that to be true. That it's all
Yeah.
bullshit. I really did.
well, they make it sound like they're bringing equipment down, but the fact that I'm making is it's not. It is, but it isn't. So they're making it sound like they're moving the entire Fenway Park down there. I'm like, all they got to say is, hey, listen, because I bet every team does this. I bet there's a 52-footer pulls up at every stadium, and their players can bring shit down by a certain time. That gets loaded into the truck,
Probably.
and then when it gets to spring training, it unloads it, and then some player A goes and grabs his suitcase and his kid's bike. If I didn't see the bikes and stuff at that time, I would have never thought of that idea.
Yeah.
But because I seen personal shit getting loaded out of a 52-footer, then it makes me think that makes way more sense than just bringing balls down.
And I bet those other teams don't glorify it either. Who gives a crap about the Royals?
No.
Like loading them.
Truck Day was started in 2000, and I think it was 2003
Yeah,
or 2004.
like that.
After that huge like fucking Red Sox Yankee reverse fucking
reverse the curves.
where they reverse swept us, like they killed us. What was that? 2003 Game 7.
Oh
Wakefield.
yeah.
Aaron Boone.
Remember that? Is that they left Pedro in?
Yeah, I left Pedro and Grady Little. After that, I think it was the following season. They did like the truck day, and I think it was like good luck for them. Like it was like a good thing to keep which I get excited for truck day because it means that.
Not at all.
Well, no, I don't get excited for the truck leaving. I get some excited like, oh, spring training start.
That's true. But I wonder what bum they're gonna pull off the street to be their manager.
Dude, what the fuck is going on?
It's a mess.
Well, so I'm thinking, I honest to God,
Alex
I don't
Cora.
think they're hiring anyone because they're gonna hire a quarterback next year.
Well, they have to have somebody this year.
Yeah, but they're gonna have the intern. They have the bench coach do it.
Then that'll be it. But it's
you
got
know
to be
as-
somebody.
You know as well as I do, this is a fucking throwaway season.
Yes,
I
definitely.
mean, they're gonna trade Moogie.
Yeah.
And then
they should.
they're gonna start. It looks like the Moogie and the Price thing is gonna be a duet.
Yeah. Yeah, they want Price. They want them to take Price. The Dodgers.
And it looks like they're going to take him.
Yeah, it's more of an argument over how much.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So we're going to get rid of Price, and we're going to get rid of Mookie. And then give it a couple months. Sale might be on his way to a team that has potential, right? I honestly think they should just turn Sale into a closer because he doesn't have the longevity to go 5 innings anymore.
But would he allow that? He's the thing, you know what I mean? And the amount of money they're paying him, that's not going to happen.
Well, it sucks to pay him a fucking starting pitching for a closer. But
I agree.
If you're going to just let him go out there and suck, here's the thing, because if he's good for half the season, well, if you put him in the as a closer, he can be good for the whole season because he's only pitching 1-2 innings a night instead of pitching 5, right?
So he's got to suck for a while for that to happen, though.
I mean, look at Dennis Eckersley became a closer in his career.
That's true. Not a lot do though. Eckersley was at least smart enough to realize that. Not a lot of players do that.
Eckersley put about 5 more years in his career just because he realized that. Listen, I can't go 5-6 innings anymore. I can only go 1 good solid inning.
Like hell, I thought Tim Tebow could have been a success if he just decided to switch to fucking tight end.
Yeah, well,
I want to be a quarterback. Dude, you're not going to be a quarterback. Sorry, buddy. Switch to being like a tight end. No, I'm a quarterback. Screw this. I'm going to baseball.
I think
how's that working out in Double-A?
I think that shows his toughness though, because tight end's going to get hit. He's going to be slammed. You know what I mean?
True.
He's in AAA now. Me and Eric just missed him. We went to a game that the Syracuse Mets were playing last summer, and he got injured the week before. So we would have seen actually some Tebow action.
Yeah, fun hitting like 240 in AAA for the rest of your life.
I think that if the Mets are the Mets might bring him up. They got to bring him up at least once.
Well, look up his triple. I'm gonna look up his AAA stats. I want to say he did not clear 240. 240 last year in AAA.
You got married. You see it? You finally got to have sex.
He finally popped it. Yeah,
good for him. What do you think that was like?
I told you it was probably 15 seconds. Best 15 seconds of his life.
Let's see baseball. Don't want to get confused
Tim
with
Tebow
stats.
What do you got?
Tebow finally homed, but his let's see. That's just
should be a baseball
article about him right here. Baseball reference. Tebow. Woo! He's 6'3", 245. Bats left, throws left. Mm-hmm. He's gonna be 30s right now, right? He's gonna be in his 30s.
It's like 32.
All right. So 2009 Syracuse AAA. He played 77 games. Let's see. What's PA stand for? Oh, plate appearances. He had 264 plate appearances. He had 239. Let's see, what was his average here? His average was batting average. Ooh,
163.
Yeah, it's not even batting his weight.
No, I gave him way too much credit. Oh man, out of 200, that's not a lot of plate appearances.
How much does he
weigh? 4 home runs, 19 RBIs.
He weighs 245. Let's see if he's ever batted his weight. Let's see. So
no, he did last year at 273.
273, but that was in Double-A.
It was in Double-A. And he had 207
last year for AAA.
Blows.
So
give it up, Timmy.
Yeah. I mean, he has been all right. He's progressively made it up the ranks, A+ to A to Double-A to AAA. You're not getting into the majors with 163 though.
At that age? No, definitely not. No.
That's gonna be tough.
He's done.
That's tough to do.
He should have he's making like 500,000, and like he could have been a tight end probably and make a couple million a year.
Could have. What's his which position is he even playing? He's playing outfield. He's an outfielder. So he's playing outfield last year. So it's like, dude.
No, Timmy.
So he had 2 years. So Syracuse, I don't know, 31 last year. He was 31 last year. So he's gonna be 32 this year going into the season. That's old for a minor league baseball player.
Yeah, he's done.
I think if the Mets are smart, they bring him up a game.
Just to get people in the stands.
I mean, I think they would. Last year they sucked so bad. I thought they would have done it at the end. If he wasn't injured, they probably would have done the end of last year.
Get the Jesus crew in the stands.
Because if you're telling everyone that Tim Tebow is going to be playing in a pro game, right? People are going to buy tickets for that shit.
Now they will, but like 5 years from now they won't. Like
no,
you know what I mean.
5 years from now they won't. They got to do it fresh. They got to do it. They had to do it last year.
They're running out of time.
This year might be the only year they could do it.
His fandom is dwindling very quickly. You know,
I mean, the guy whatever. He's
built like a tight end though. He should have been a tight end.
Should have been a tight end.
I don't know if he can catch the ball.
I mean, he's 6'3", 245. That's Gronk.
That's a tight end.
That's fucking. It's not a quarterback. No quarterback's 245 pounds.
Roethlisberger's the exception.
Roethlisberger, maybe. Yeah, maybe that's the exception.
Roethlisberger's a guy who'd find at a bar just taking shots.
I mean, because I think Brady is what 190, 200, maybe.
Maybe. Yeah.
I mean, he's about 6. Would have been a really good tight end
if he can catch the ball. That's
if he could catch the ball.
I don't know what his hands are like.
That's true.
But I'm assuming he's a quarterback, so they must be kind of big.
If he could catch the ball, he would be good. That's just. I would like to go into a time machine, put him into the NFL as a tight end, see what happens.
No, I'd probably bet the Lord told me I'm supposed to be quarterback because I was good in college.
Like, is that an egotistical thing? Like, you don't want to take a demotion to become a tight end?
Totally what it is.
I mean, at some point, like Edelman had to do that in order to have a career.
Yeah.
I mean, a lot of wide receivers were originally quarterbacks. I mean, a lot of good football players, period, were quarterbacks when they were younger, right?
Yeah. At some point, there was something else.
At some point, it wasn't until college they really defined what your position is. But for the most part, I mean.
But the thing is, I mean, Edelman didn't have a lot of fame as a quarterback. Tebow did with Florida, like winning championships.
Yeah.
So I can understand being a little bit, your head's a little bigger. No, I'm supposed to be a quarterback.
Yeah, that's true.
You know, and I get it, but. Dude, you got to realize.
Speaking of fat kids, did you see that video they showed before the Super Bowl of Andy Reid as 13 years old kicking a field goal?
It turned out he was older. Oh, no, I didn't see that one. So the photo, he was older than them.
So, yes. So he was 13 years old, and he weighed so much he wore some professional football player's jersey over his equipment. But the kids he was going with were against like 7 or 8 years old. That's why he looked so much bigger.
He was bigger,
But he was really that big, though.
Yeah.
It was actually fucking hilarious. Because me and Sue were trying to figure out if he ever played professional football. He didn't. He played, I guess, a little bit in college. That was about it.
Yeah.
But
most of the good coaches do. They weren't ever professionals. Most of them. Ted Williams was a horrible manager. Ted Williams tried to be a manager.
Did he? Yeah.
It was one season. And it was like, what?
Didn't work out very well.
No, it did not.
Babe Ruth did the same when he was manager of his last year at the Braves. He was he was an interim manager for the Braves, and then he actually got the job as the Dodgers coach, and he turned it down. He never did it.
Yeah, see, some of the best players, they don't make good coaches. It just doesn't happen. They can be a GM, but it just doesn't happen as a coach.
He's an old man.
Oh, my God, he does.
He looks elderly. He looks elderly.
No, not the glasses.
The gray
the slouch. Yeah, it's just
Remember when you used to bang young girls?
I still have more. It's still there. It's still there. In 5 years, yeah, you can. It's not going to be there, but right now, it's still here.
Remember you used to sling young broads.
Well, I looked like you even said it. You hit it best. You said I looked like a Japanese tourist taking photos.
Japanese tourist.
There's Arty.
Yeah.
There's Adam.
Well, the back is fine. This is fine. It's the front. You know. But
It's funny because you kind of like still.
I was like, take photos. It's fine.
You were like the only person that's
We should talk about that. We didn't talk about that.
Yeah, so this game, dude, that was fun.
15 minutes of So we went to. Oh, there's Alex Wallace. Sorry, buddy. We didn't even see you all watching. I didn't get you on my screen for some reason. But Alex Wallace in the house.
Yeah, the Celtics game was fun.
And Pedro's watching too. If you're still watching, what's up, buddy?
Drama free, relaxing.
Yeah. So
chat, have your beers.
So to go down to like sum up what happened was I had tickets to me and Adam were going to the Celtics game. Where they played? They played Chicago.
Yeah.
And I actually I upgraded us. We got a little thing where we got to see the post game. So we're gonna go to the game and go see the Brad Stevens post game thing. So I'm going back and forth with my rep all day, and she goes to me, like at what 4:15. She goes, "I dropped some tickets into your account for tonight's game." She's like, "Get rid of or sell whatever your tickets you have, yada yada yada." And I'm like, "Oh," and then I look at the tickets. The court side is row AA, and after that, it's row A. That's where we were sitting.
Yeah, it's a highlight of probably my year, actually.
Those were very good seats. And
we sat behind the owner.
We literally sat behind the owner.
We shook his hand.
Yes. No joke at all. Do you know his real name is Wycliffe? Wycliffe Roseback
like that. Yeah.
Sat right in front of us the entire game.
Yeah.
And we got to see the game from literally that angle, which is pretty cool because me and Eric had sat across the court. We were like in the first row, but like the second row, you're still getting the same effect. I mean, you're down below everyone else, right?
Wait, so you were closer with Eric?
Yeah, we sat the very first. We were like
very first row.
Yes, right next to the
one
Celtics
row
bench.
Up. So I mean, it's not much up. It's one row up. Okay.
It's about it's only a little bit more you can get.
I know, right?
There,
it's not much. Yeah,
you can only go one more row.
Yeah, nice.
But yes, we got the tickets.
Did you get the press conference?
We did not get the press
Not
conference.
the press conference.
The rep hooked us up. We got some free. The tickets were free, which were great, and yeah, it was a great game. Celtics won. Then we got the press conference afterwards. You could feel the sweat of the giant basketball players just blowing onto us as they run by. I mean, how much bigger do they look when you're sitting down there? Aren't they? Like, isn't it incredible?
And it's sad because they look like high schoolers, and I realized I came to terms with my age.
Yes.
I kept my the pass though. It's like a total souvenir now.
Oh, it's pretty cool. I mean, to let you, it was just pretty good.
That's the one thing though I hate about. I know this digital age. We all have our tickets on our phone now, and I get it. But in one respect, I do miss having an actual ticket stub. Well, to save.
I still pay. I pay an extra. I think it's $120 a year to actually get tickets.
Oh, okay.
Because a couple years, 5-6 years ago, they experimented with this thing where they gave you a fucking card that you're supposed to. So you get this like card that you slide, and then they have it on your phone as well. The card never worked. I would say that season, 50% of the time I was going down to customer service and getting tickets reprinted for me because the card didn't work because it was a new technology they were using. Okay. And then I finally said, I go, I want the actual tickets. I'm like, so a lot of people have the same want. Yeah. So so they charge you an extra $120, but wow, you get the tickets. Yeah. When you divide that over 42 games, it's like a couple bucks a game. That's true. So it's like, at the end of the day, it's not a big deal. But I actually I have a box, like a fucking huge box.
Same here.
All the tickets. You know what I mean? Especially
like if it was a playoff game or a championship game, I want that ticket. Absolutely. I want to be able to hold on to that as a souvenir.
I mean, the NFL, that for the most part, if you're a season ticket holder, you still get the tickets.
You do, and they want you to know it. I have a from last season. I remember the Giants game. I sent you a picture. Yep. You've been in a Patriots game. The tickets, they want you to know. It's like a Willy Wonka fucking ticket. It's like this thick, and it's like I
mean, the Super Bowl tickets that the 2 times I've gone, they're very like 4-dimensional. Like they have so many dips and mounds and colors and feelings and reflectors and I mean it's a
counterfeiting this shit.
Yeah, it's a pretty elaborate ticket that they put. I mean, when you only play how many games? What, fucking 4 games? I mean, 4 games. 8 games at home. Yeah, about that, 10 times the 10 if you count the preseason, and then you go with the playoff games. So, but you're only printing so many tickets out. And the playoff games, they print those ahead of time because they don't have the team on there. They say Patriots versus
opponents, something like that.
Because they print those out. You get those tickets about 3 or 4 weeks before the season even starts. Like for my Celtics tickets, we get the Celtics tickets, the playoff. We get all 4 rounds of the playoffs sent to us. And if there's a game, it's a game. So it doesn't tell you a date. It just says game 1, 2, 3. So even if there's no game 4, you still get a game 4 ticket for a game that doesn't even exist.
Gotcha.
So at the end of the year, I'm throwing away like a shit ton of like fucking tickets that don't even count. But yeah, so those are cool. That was nice. Me and Eric went to the Lakers game the week after that.
Nice.
And seeing them destroy LeBron James and Lakers.
That was a show.
That was awesome.
You got dunked on. I remember that.
So yeah, so that's what we get to look forward to now that the football season's over. We get the.
It's not over though. You know why?
What is that?
Because Saturday, 5 p.m. XFL.
Ooh. What do you think about the XFL?
I mean, I'm gonna watch a game or two just to see what it's like, but it's gonna implode. Like, what was the AFL? What was that?
The AAF.
AAF league. Yeah, that didn't. That.
Do you think the XFL? Think it'll last the entire season?
Ooh. I'm just gonna say one and done. I don't think it's gonna.
So it's a little. Last time they did the XFL, McMahon owned all the teams.
I believe so. I think he still does.
So I think it's a little bit. I think there's a partnership now with the teams.
I think he promised not to interfere as much as he did last time because it became like a WWF kind of thing. Where he's like getting all involved and trying to. Yeah, last time.
It's like. I don't know. Like, what are they gonna do? Like, what's the like? I'm gonna watch the first week. So it's Saturday. It starts.
I think it's Saturday. I saw there was a commercial for it. It said Saturday 5 p.m. I don't know if it meant this Saturday or when Saturday, but there was a commercial during the Super Bowl about like testosterone. What do you do when football's over? And blah, blah, blah. And
so looks like there's 9 teams.
No, guys are making it the most
8 teams.
40,000 a year. That 40,000. That's it. Most of these guys.
55,000. You're close.
Yeah.
Well, we're 55,000 according to Pro Talk.
That's horrible.
Oh, the average. So there's probably less. So that's an average. So Okay. Let's see. Let's go to the homepage and see what the schedule looks like here.
Oh boy.
Where's the nearest XFL team around here? New York?
Yeah, sounds about right. New York or Jersey or something.
We should
like
go.
That could be my birthday present. There's a game in New York on my birthday.
Saturday, February 8th is the first game. So there's two games on. So there's going to be 2 games on Saturday and 2 games on Sunday.
So is that the Saturday?
So this Saturday.
This Saturday, look at that.
Sea Dragons versus DC Defenders.
On Fox and ABC, they got the major rights there. Huh? Look at that.
All right, so I'm going to go. So it's the Seattle Dragons. It looks like the DC Offenders. Then it looks like the LA Wildcats, the Houston Roughnecks, the Tampa Bay Vipers, the New York Guardians, the St. Louis Battlehawks, and the Dallas Renegades.
You know, I'm going to fake it that I'm a huge fan.
That makes sense because all those 8 teams have professional or had professional football teams there. So they have stadiums.
Well, I'm going to pretend I'm buying tickets. I want to see. All right. I'm going to buy tickets for the Dallas.
The next New York game. Let's see.
I'm sure they're all around the same price. Okay. Renegades single game tickets. Buy tickets.
I mean, I think I want to go just to check it out.
I kind of want to go.
See one game.
There's a few things I want to see coming up. The Pee-wee's, Paul Rubens at Pee-wee's has a Pee-wee's Playhouse like traveling tour.
Really?
Yeah, it's like $60 at the I think it's at the Schubert or something like that. Rammstein's coming around.
I've seen Rammstein, yes. So say that we went April 4th. It's a 2:00 game. It's New York versus DC at MetLife. How much would it cost us to go?
I don't know, I'm looking at Dallas right now. $36.
Okay.
All
right, tickets are starting at $30 to sit.
All right.
To sit there.
Okay.
$100 to sit 12 rows off.
Oh, fuck that.
So it looks like it doesn't look like they're opening the top of the stadium.
Yeah.
So if they were smart, they should have played these in soccer stadiums because they're a lot more smaller and you can fill it up better. They're playing in
the field. Yeah. I mean,
MetLife Stadium holds like 80,000 people.
Yeah.
You're never gonna get that.
No, you're not. There's tiers. Oh, look at that. I found a tier. This is the Dallas game, but
okay. So that's like the price range.
Yeah.
Wait, they're not even playing in the football stadium. They're playing in a baseball stadium.
Oh, the Dallas game? I don't know.
Go back. Hold on. That did not look like a football stadium layout for the floor plan.
You're right. It does not look like a football.
Where are they playing?
That's the Dallas versus St. Louis.
Is that the Rangers' old stadium?
I don't know. Let me see. The Globe Life Park. Which one is that?
That's the Rangers' old stadium. Because the Rangers are moving into the new stadium this year.
Yeah, tickets start as low as 24, high as 96.
Globe. See, they're smart. They're putting it into a smaller stadium.
There you go. Okay, so that's
right,
at least...
Globe Life Park. I'm pretty sure that's the old. That's going to be the old Rangers Stadium. Globe Life Park in Arlington. Oh, maybe not. Hold on. Maybe it's the new stadium.
It's definitely a baseball field.
It's definitely a baseball field. No, it's the old one. So, okay. So the Rangers, they're not. Me and Sue are going to the new Rangers Stadium this year. Let's see. Will Globe Life Park be demolished? Of May of 2016, the Rangers announced that they intend to move the Globe Life Park to the new Globe Life Field beginning in 2020. So so they're going to use it for that new stadium, or the old stadium rather, is going to be used for development. Wait, did it say Globe Life Park or Globe Life Field?
Oh, God damn it. I don't remember.
Let me see. Because I'm curious.
I don't want to download anything. I'm not downloading anything. No. Buy tickets. It is.
Dun dun dun.
It is. I don't want to buy a season. 5-game season tickets, $150.
That's not bad.
That's not bad at all.
I would do that.
Globe Life Park in Arlington.
Globe Life Park in Arlington. I think that's the old one. That would make sense. I don't know why they would be playing football there in the middle of a baseball stadium.
Color scheme looks like the Titans.
Yes. Okay. So it's the old stadium. So they're going to be using the old Ranger Stadium this year for XFL. Okay. Makes sense. Why the hell not? Right here. This right up here at Dallas Renegades 2020 to present.
Season tickets up to $400, though.
Probably like the close one. So, well, I'm glad they're going to be getting some use. How long does this actually season start? Because me and Sue are in Dallas for that weekend.
If it's still afloat.
Yeah, if it's still around. I mean,
it's still floating.
We're going to a baseball game on Saturday, but
where's little Henry going to be?
We're taking him with us.
Nice.
It's going to be his first professional baseball game. No, they're done. The playoffs start April 18th.
How many games is it?
So 4 teams make the playoffs out of the 8.
How many games is the season?
Week 10 games.
Oh, wow.
So they play 10 games, then they have the playoffs. So what's the over-under? Do you think they make it to the playoffs? Because AAF only made it, 4 weeks?
8. I think 8.
They made 8 weeks?
I'm going to say, just out of posterity and to try to look better than them, I think they'll do one season. I think they'll make it at least to the playoffs. I think they'll finish one season. After that, I don't think they're going to be on.
So they're marketing it a little bit different than they did before. When they marketed XFL before, it was extreme football, body slams, and you could do wrestling moves on the field.
Yeah.
I think, from what I gather, it's more or less now not like that at all.
Yeah, they're trying to make it feel more legit.
It's more football with a little more. It's basically football 10 years ago.
Yeah.
Where they reduced the rules. So, the stupid fucking pass interference and holdings and shit like that, I think have been reduced.
I'm sure some of the rules, because there were rules with the AAF league that I liked. Like, there's no kickoffs, balls just start in the 30.
Yep.
Okay.
It's a few cool ideas. I like the idea, instead of onside kicking, you could have the opportunity to have a 4th and 20 on your own 20.
Okay.
They did that during the Pro Bowl this year.
Oh, really?
So if you because now the onside kick is kind of like bullish, right?
Yeah, it's like a 1 out of.
So you have the opportunity and say, I'm going to do a 4th and 20 on the 20. But all you have to do is get a first down.
Yeah.
So all you have to do is go 20 yards. So you have to get to the 40.
I like that.
So it's kind of a challenge. But so during the All-Star or the Pro Bowl rather, it was stupid because fucking whoever was going for it, I think it was the AFC or the AFC, they were throwing a bomb instead of just trying to get the first down. All you had to do was get the first down. Then you get the ball possession back. So it didn't make any sense.
But it's the Pro Bowl. No one's taking it.
It was the Pro Bowl. So fucking A.
Fucking A, man.
So KFC came off a pizza. Do you see this?
Oh.
KFC popcorn chicken. This was sent to Doubleback's brother sent this to us.
Actually, that sounds kind of good.
It looks like a pizza, which I think they own part of is it Pizza Hut?
Yeah, they usually in one location.
Yeah, so it's a Pizza Hut pizza essentially with KFC popcorn chicken on it.
That's not a bad idea.
It's got a gravy base, people. So it's a gravy instead of pasta sauce.
Yeah, I don't know about that.
Interesting.
I would have been fine with actually real pasta sauce and that chicken on it.
Yeah.
I would go with that. What the hell's there?
So Pizza Hut, I'm sorry, not Domino's. Pizza Hut's their Pizza Hut and KFC, they own each. They're they're called Yum Foods or something like that. Interesting.
Yum.
There's something to look forward to, people.
Yeah.
Right, Nola? Right? What happened? All right. Well, that brings us to the end of the show.
Oh, damn.
That was a nice. We're gonna have tacos. It's gonna have Taco Monday.
That sounds so good.
And watch some Tim Tracker, and then maybe touch each other.
If you're making tacos, I can't complain.
Yeah, it is what it is. I was hoping my wife would have the tacos cooked, so we're ready to eat.
That was show. But you do it better, sweetie.
That's what she
You make them
said.
better.
I make them better. I see how it is.
Oh yeah.
But you promoting anything?
Always, check out the Whirlwind Potato. I'll be going on a bit of a hiatus soon. I gotta focus. I'm creatively tapped because I'm writing a short for some people in New York. I'm collaborating with some people, and I'm just going back and forth between that and that. It's killing me. So, but I still have a few that I'm working on right now that it's gonna go out, but it's probably gonna be every 2 weeks soon.
So why don't you do seasons? Why don't you just do a season and be like, all right, this is my season? You know what I mean? You do like a 15 episode season, you release it, or a 20 episode season.
I thought of that. I don't know. I'm messing around.
We'll talk after the show, but I want to know what your idea of or your opinion on Facebook monetization for videos. It just came out.
I don't meddle in Facebook at all. So.
I know, but I'll tell you about this. What I've been noticing.
Yeah.
We'll talk after the show, but the Whirlwind Potato. Check it on YouTube. Subscribe. Is that asshole still unsubscribing and subscribing?
No, that stopped. Hold on. I have a good message. Anyway, this is good. The other day I got a good one.
Yeah. He sent you a message?
No, some guy. And it's funny. I don't fight people on them because it's the worst thing you could do if you fight people. It's not like Twitter or anything like that. It's a bad idea to fight people on this. But this one was good. I like this. So I like this is on one of my the Dark Universe video that I did.
Mm-hmm.
And I like the information of the video. It was exactly what I was looking for. Compliment.
Okay.
But then I didn't like the logo. And I couldn't take you seriously because of it through the entire video, even though the video was good.
Yeah.
And that sweaty upper lip you have, it didn't help either.
God.
Good luck.
What an opinionated fuckface. Fuck
but
him.
It's like you were complimentary. But it's like
The guy's a dick. YouTube has the worst people.
No, you know what though? I was fine with it. I gave him a thumbs up and a like.
I do. I don't care what they say. I go through my
I thought it was good.
So do you have this app? You probably downloaded.
Well, I
it
said obviously it meant something to you because you said it was good. So
do you have Y2 Studio?
No. Oh yeah, I do. Yeah. YouTube
so
Studio.
it basically breaks down everything for you without actually having to go into the app. Yeah, exactly what that is. So it gives you an opportunity. So you give YouTube, use YT Studio, and what you can do is you go into your YouTube account, and it gives you an opportunity to check out statistics and videos and whatnot. But it also gives you the opportunity to look at the comments and stuff and to comment on people. So I always comment on everyone. I don't care if it's negative or not. I always give them a thumbs up and I say thanks for watching the video. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Just to help the whole thing go. But there and criticize you.
I didn't like their logo either. It looks like a logo for
fuck him.
I thought it was hilarious. I don't care. It's gonna happen. I've been told worse. Like it's gonna happen. Like it's fine. I've had more compliments than negative. So
Frank's Red Hot created a Red Hot jelly donut. That's gonna be disgusting.
Yeah, it's gonna be terrifying.
Anyway, on things that have been worse. Remember the Buffalo Bills video we did a couple of years ago?
Oh, that was
We got 1,000 views in 12 hours by a bunch of angry Buffalo Bills fans.
Yeah.
And I'm so glad I'm not in that video.
I'm just in the background.
Just videotaping and producing. But and which goes to another matter. Remember the time that Sue said she's good at producing, and she wanted to be on the show, and she did the whole show. You and her did the show.
It wasn't bad.
It was all right.
It was all right. It's fine.
Check that out on YouTube. Subscribe to the Arty 84 show on YouTube, on Podbean, on Apple iTunes.
The corona, dude.
Got the corona.
Oh shit.
Oh, I got one last thing. The coronavirus. Guy at my boss showed me a video of how the coronavirus was started.
Oh Jesus.
It was a stripper fucking a Corona bottle and then giving it to a customer and he drank it. So I don't know what you Chinese are doing out there, but stop it because I can't get Corona.
It's a public service announcement.
Public service
Arty
announcement. If you see, I didn't. My boss, I'll do it next week.
All right.
My boss gave me a hat to wear for the show. I have the next week. All right. We'll see you guys next week. Toodaloo. Bye.